Good morning, Avi.
Good morning, Avi.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Very good. How are you?
Doing great. It's summertime, and of course, one of the key things of summer is Shark Week on the Discovery Channel. What do you guys have cooking up?
We got a whole bunch of stuff this year. We test a bunch of shark repellents, whether magnets and also super hot chilies will repel sharks. We also, you know how you always hear in shark documentaries that thrashing around can replicate the sound of a flapping or injured fish, which attracts a shark. Well, after looking at all the different shark facts, we figured out that no one's ever actually tested this before. So we test that in this episode. And we finish up with Robo Shark behind me, which Jamie and I built in about 4 days. He's a fully animatronic, 20-foot-long great white shark.
Yeah, I had the pleasure of operating the lever while Adam was in the shark's mouth, which we'd replaced the sharp teeth. We have the sharp versions and we have rubber teeth. So Adam went in with the rubber teeth. I had the control lever, and whenever I'd see his arm kind of reach around to try and jab at the eyes, I'd throw the lever, and he's like, ah, you know, and get dunked in the water. It was all a lot of fun.
Yeah, Jamie and I, you know, we built this for Shark Week, but honestly, I really think it has to do with Jamie's grand plan to take over the world.
Wouldn't surprise me. Jamie is a master genius.
Exactly.
Were there any myths that you guys wanted to tackle, but like you didn't have the time or didn't have the resources to do so with this Shark Week?
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, while we were testing whether or not magnets repel sharks, there is actually some interesting facts about the effect that magnets may or may not have on the very sensitive sensing equipment that sharks have up at their snouts. And we did, we really wanted to try and remote control a shark, something we weren't able to do during the Shark Week. But this was Jamie's real bailiwick.
I gave it my best shot, but you know, it's hard to do in a few hours, which is you have to have a lot of sharks. You have to do some serious stuff to pull that off. But we did have a rig that I could turn on and try to steer a shark. It turned out to just sort of like piss them off, and they just sat there.
Yeah, see, robotic sharks, remote control sharks, he wants to take over the world.
You know, this may be a stupid myth on my end, but I remember hearing once that if you kiss a shark when it's attacking you, it'll go away. Was that ever proven true or false?
I've never heard that one.
I have not heard that.
And I'm not sure that I'm going to try it.
Well, we will say that if a shark is actively biting you, whatever you've seen us do on the show, you should try everything you can think of.
Makes sense. You know, you guys have done over 100 episodes of Mythbusters. Are you guys surprised at the success of the show?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact is, we're just having a lot of fun. And, I mean, we find something that interests us. We experiment with it. We try to be methodical about it, and there's a lot of science in the show. But really, we're just sort of screwing around and having fun. It's great.
What's been the most surprising myth that either you guys you did bust or you found out was true?
You know, being surprised by what happens or the result of one of our experiments happens to us so much of the time. Probably easily half the time we're completely wrong about what we think the result is going to be. Last year we were in Africa and we decided to go inland and test whether or not elephants are afraid of mice. A story we thought would be kind of like a joke based on, you know, cartoons. And we got a white mouse. We went to an elephant preserve. We actually carved out a bit of elephant dung so the mouse would appear kind of naturally in the landscape. And we puppeted the elephant dung, and the mouse was revealed. And the elephant, honestly, stopped, looked at the mouse, and then tiptoed around him. We had no idea that would be the case, that the elephant would even notice such a small animal.
Yeah, and one of the other ones that we did was called lead balloon, and we were actually able to make a lead balloon that flew. It was about 14 feet across. It weighed about 28 pounds. It was this gigantic thing, but it's lead. I mean, and the lead itself was about as strong as wet toilet paper. So how you make something like that hold together, it surprised us that we were able to pull that off.
Wow, that's cool. My favorite one you guys did was when you were doing the James Bond experiments, and you did the one with the magnet and the watch.
Yeah, you know, the Bond stuff, we grew up on that. There's so much material there. We love going after the movie stuff. With the MacGyver special that we've also done, there's a lot of rich material in the way movies have helped us think wrongly about the laws of physics.
Not to mention magnets themselves. I mean, anything with super crazy powerful magnets is enough to get us going, and we do all sorts of weird stuff with them.
You guys got season 6 coming up right here, right after the Shark special?
Absolutely. Right after the Shark special, we kick it off. 11 brand new episodes all in a row, starting with the NASA moon landing special, where we finally take on something the fans have been wanting us to do for ages. Did NASA actually fake the moon landing? And we put so many really important things to the test and had so much fun doing it. We've been wanting to do it for years, and we finally did.
Guys, I got to go here soon. I do have one more question. Has there been a myth yet that you guys have wanted to tackle, but it's been either just too dangerous or you haven't had the resources yet to tackle it?
Well, we always pretty much figure out a way to do what we need to do, and I mean, there is a time limit. It's a TV show, and we can't spend a year or two building something, but we always figure out a way.
I will say there is one, that the very first man-made object was a manhole sorry, there is a myth that the very first man-made object in space was a manhole cover placed above an underground nuclear explosion that got launched into orbit. And, well, no one's given us access to any nuclear materials, and I don't think they will, and it doesn't seem to be feasible in scale no matter how we crunch the numbers. So I think that one's going to have to remain a myth. We're never going to get around to it.
Well, hopefully that's something we can see in the future, like in Season 7 or so forth. Guys, I really appreciate your time today. Thank you so much.
Thank you.